when most athletes divorce? When do you think most athletes divorce?
After they get the second contract is what I said. No, when they 2 or 3 years after they retire.
On the money. That's the one. Yeah. Yes, Cameron tries to. Well, is he trying to save Travis or someone who's following Travis up with this malarkey? Let's take a look. Fair use.
Okay, so last thing before we wrap. So congratulations to Travis Hunter and his wife, Leanna. They finally got married over the weekend. He surprised her at the wedding with the black Mercedes-Benz AMG. So, of course, on the internet, they faced a lot of criticism for different things. A lot of people have been concerned on them not having a prenup agreement, sources say. Mace, what's your opinion on the young love?
I don't know. I'm gonna sit this one out. I think when it comes to the young lady, she does have like different things that have transpired. For me as a dad, if that was my son, I would definitely be concerned about. I think there's other ways you could protect his assets, but I definitely would think he should look in the direction of protecting his assets. Maybe not with a prenup, but there's other things you could do these days.
It's called a postnup, but okay.
Yeah.
RJ, before we continue with Cameron's 2 cents.
You want to know? Okay, so first and foremost, before I give my thoughts on what May said, of course, guys, thank you for tuning in. Whatever your thoughts are, remember to share it with us in the comment section below. Rate the show by pressing the like button and stay tuned for our newsletter where we will send you guys links to articles and other viral videos that did not make the show, either because it's not YouTube friendly or because we simply don't have enough time. But I'll tell you this, KaiR. Mace is a man of God. Pastor Mace.
Mace pastor.
And so
not to be confused with Mother Mace.
Yeah. Or Pastor Zasty. The Zasty Pasty.
Is that the one who recently retired?
No, that's what's his name? Todd? Is that Todd?
Is that the basketball tall pastor?
I know he's a basketball tall pastor. He's
at least 6. He's at least 6 tall.
He's what did the congresswoman say? Was it the congresswoman? He's a bleach blonde. He's not bleach blonde. But he does have a what's the other beast? Bat built butch body.
There's a lot of zesty pastors out there, so I don't know which one you mean, but continue.
Yeah. Okay, but I must be imagining things. But yeah, so it's clearly he's respectful of people's decisions, and I understand as well that when you're talking about relationships, you want to be respectful. You don't want to say you want to wish people the best. You want them to not crash out, and I think you want the best for them. So I think he's saying in a very polite way. He's saying, you know what? Wish him nothing but the best, but I do advise you to look out for ways where you can protect your assets. It's not only post-nups, by the way, but
yeah, the other ways. Those other ways are the Hudson River, but I don't think that's a good one.
East River. What did he say?
That's the East River, yeah. That's Dennis bodyguard from Capricorn Clark with Troyer in the East River. Come on, man. Yo, man. But continue. Let's continue. Fair use.
Yeah, that's okay.
They'll try to hit you with that shit. Why I get a prenup if you really love me? If you really love me, sign the prenup. What you here for? If you here for love, just sign this joint, and you don't get none of my money because the love is free.
I like this guy. I like how he communicates. Straight to the point. Are you here for the D or are you here for the P? Pennies.
And the D?
Well, the D is obvious. Come on.
Dollars, right? So I guess yeah, so I mean that's one way to put it, but it's always like, well, if you want a prenup, then you don't trust me, then you think that it's gonna go wrong. Hey, but if you want me, why does it matter if we have a prenup or not? Because you love me, right? That's the
I think we broke in one of our early shows. We broke down. I think the analogy we used was it's like a safety seatbelt. You have it just for sure. You gotta put it on. Doesn't mean you're gonna fly through the window every time a car hits you, but if a car hits you, you want to make sure you have it on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you end up. I'm gonna say something.
But
wow.
The thing is, in that analogy, who's the driver and who's the car? Because
usually when you're married, the woman is the. Oh,
you're answering it too, man. That's crazy. You're answering the question too. That's crazy, man. I thought you were smarter than that. I really thought you were smarter than that, man. Answering the question too.
I'm like, what's the guy's name we talked about? Antoine Massey. I'm not totally there, man. I talk before I think. That's what he said. But anyway, let's continue.
No, man. But what I'm saying is that it's not necessarily the man or woman, but the one that needs protecting is the one that has more to lose. And sometimes they both have something to lose, but sometimes there are people who don't have anything to lose.
And even so, then you should sign a prenup because you never know
according to
at
Paul
that
Pierce,
moment.
According to Paul Pierce, if that's true, that marriage is for old people and broke people,
then you should marry.
What does it matter, you know?
No, wait a sec. Yeah, marriage is for broke and for that's true. That's true. That's what he said. Let's continue. Fair use.
What you need? What are we doing here? I'm not signing. I mean, do what you want, Travis. That's up to you. I'm not signing a prenup unless Shorty getting as much money as I get, or more than me. If you're not getting more than me, you have to sign a prenup. It just works like that for me. I don't get it. I don't know why love needs to be defined by a piece of paper. Why we can't just be love each other and do paperwork got to do with it. Look at Remy and Pat. Shit going crazy all weekend over that, man. Shit, wow, my nigga. All because of this piece of paper. They was black love. Now, I'm not taking nobody's side. Remy's my friend and Pat's my friend. I don't have a side in this. All because of some paper. Shit is messy all weekend. Remy pulling out pawn shop receipt, talking about her Cartier bracelet is missing. Pat talking about he knocked the nigga out that she dating. It's been a mess all weekend. You know why? Because of this piece of paper. When you're a girlfriend or boyfriend, just leave. And I know Squad is right. You ain't staying that long to where you think you live here. They'll run that too, fellas. Don't get caught up in that. Try and kick her out, and it's been 8 months, and now she got squatters rights and all that shit. Yo, get that 10-day joint, go home for 10 and come back for 10 if you really like her. Because at the end of the day, it's too many laws for the person without the money. Now, you know who's probably your sucker to all the females? Now, it's cool when they do it. It's probably when Kevin Federer do it. Kevin Federer is up $100 million off of 3 wives. Britney Spears, forget the other 2. Britney Spears off of 3. It's probably when Kevin Federer do it. Kevin Federer is up $100 million off of 3 wives. Britney Spears, forget the other 2 actresses, but women to say he's a sucker. Because he doing what Drea or somebody doing. Somebody with more money is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, shout out to Kevin Federer.
Yeah, man.
Papoose hit him with the 5 fingers of death.
We're
And
gonna talk about Papoose as a subject, second topic. So
yeah.
as a third
But-
topic, my bad.
But I'll say, to me, I 100% agree with what Cam is saying as it relates to the piece of paper specifically. I do think that, and usually KR, you ask questions and you get, you know how people are afraid to say, I know it doesn't make sense, but I want it. They always try to motivate it or defend it in some way, right? They'll tell you that marriage is spiritual. But if it's spiritual, why do you need the government involved? The government
Drop to
pursued
your
Jesus.
knees.
KR, the government pursued Jesus.
Oh, that's a better one. Yeah, well,
What did you
thank
say?
God you stopped me.
What did you say? What
Do
did
you want me
say?
to say it again? Do you want me to repeat it? Are you sure?
Drop to your knees, something like that. Aaron. Just to be clear, I said the government pursued Jesus, not Jesus.
No. You said the first one. My response was to the first one.
What was it?
You're spiritual. Drop to your knees.
So, people, why do you need the government's involvement for it to be real? Wouldn't a pastor suffice? So it's all backwards. But people just want things without really thinking about it. And Travis is young. Travis is like balling. He has a great future ahead of him. Great character, great personality.
You know when most athletes divorce? When do you think most athletes divorce?
After they get the second contract is what it is. No, when they 2 or 3 years after they retire.
On the money. That's the one. Yeah. So we'll have to wait. Sometimes it clips it crashes out before that, but I think I totally agree with you and with Cam. Again, if you marry, I think we talked about this in the past as well. If you marry, make sure you protect both her and you, because you never know what can happen. If she files for bankruptcy and you don't have a prenup, you're going with her into bankruptcy. Same with you.